And thank you, Katia. Well, the Paddleball Family Alliance brings the youth and the community together through the paddleball sport. It also gives youth skills that they can not only use in sports, but also in life. And joining us now to discuss the PFA Youth Paddleball Clinics and their latest GoFundMe initiative, we welcome now President of the PFA, Mike Melendez, and Vice President Mitchell Goldberg. And good to have you.
How are you?
Thank you for having us.
Hey, glad to be here. 'Tis the season.
Yeah.
It's getting better outside.
It's getting better outside.
It's getting warmer.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
I want to go to the golf course, and you want people to come out and play paddleball.
Exactly.
So talk to us about the Paddleball Family Alliance. Obviously, you guys have been doing some great work.
Well, a little bit about the Paddleball Family Alliance. It was founded in 2014. We are a 501(c) nonprofit organization. Our mission is to grow the sport of paddleball across the tri-state area and eventually nationally by injecting the youth back into the sport. And the way we do that is through our clinics, where they learn the fundamentals of the game. And in addition to that, we teach them sportsmanship, self-confidence, self-esteem, and all that good stuff that hopefully they'll carry with them throughout their everyday life.
When we talk about paddleball, I think sometimes the first thing people think of is tennis, and then you talk about paddleball. Difference. Give people the difference.
Well, paddleball started in the late 50s. It's an outdoor sport. You need a wall, you need a paddle, and you need a ball. That's the basic of the sport. But it grew, I would say, from the late 60s to the 80s, there was over 500,000 people playing the sport. But as times progressed, different sports came out. Racquetball came out. The technology explosion happened. People were starting to be on their phones and being on their computers. So what we're trying to do is start them young, because we're at our middle age and we're finding more and more people are aging. So we're trying to get the kids into the sport early, get them outside, tell them put down the phones, put down the earbuds, take off the beat headphones, and get outside, get some sun, get some competition, get some sweat. The kid, he's sitting on a couch, you're not going to get any better looking sitting on a couch all day. Right. So what we're doing is getting the kids in the inner cities, in the boroughs, get them out there. We run the clinics. They get some exercise. We have some fun, and we teach them something that they're not getting in their schools.
And I tell you that I remember, and I told you off air that I remember going to Orchard Beach, watching huge paddleball tournaments, great crowds, and great actual competition. Your goal right now is to really see paddleball introduced across New York State by 2020, right?
Yes, our goal is exactly that. Like right now, what we're doing is we partner with the Kids Bay Boys and Girls Club, and we hold weekly clinics after school program and in the summer, where we get 25, 40 kids. So that's a good start, but eventually we want to get into the school. We want to establish this program in the high school, middle school, and hopefully that will help us grow the game, where we want it to be.
And in addition to that, you want to take your clinics and move your clinics along too,
right?
And continue that as well.
And we're looking for funding. We're looking for sponsorship. We donate our time. We don't get paid to do what we do. Our pay is the passion. We want to instill that on the kids, is the passion to play. So Mike started a GoFundMe, the Paddleball Family Alliance, and we want to. It generates funds so we can buy paddles for kids. We can give them goggles. We can give them balls. They can, a lot of the equipment we use has been donated by our paddleball family that we give the kids to use at each clinic. So if we could have the funding to run clinics, because there is some expense involved. So it's just the enjoyment of seeing the kids play, something that they never did before. It gives us a good feeling and gives us the exposure we need, being here.
Right, and don't need a whole lot of equipment, right?
Right.
A racket, a ball, and a wall.
Oh, you need a racket and a ball.
That's what it is.
And as Mitch said, we do have some, a small sponsorship like Gearbox, A1 Sports. They provide us a lot of, most of the funding that we use to buy goggles, paddles for the kids. And Bronx Indoor Paddleball Courts is a place where it's an indoor club, and the owner gives us the free courts to bring the kids and teach them the game with them.
Right. Right. So this always comes up when people try to learn a sport. How hard is it? How hard is it to learn? What is it? I mean, now you guys are pros, so just tell, how hard is it?
It's not hard at all. To become highly skilled takes many, many hours, but just to hit a ball and play around, it doesn't take a lot of skill. You just have to have that drive to get out and play.
It's a very simple sport. Like we were saying before, all you need is a paddle and a ball, And it's a family sport. In our sport, you see the mother, the father, the kids playing the game, and it's a great source of exercise. You can burn over 600 calories just playing in one game of paddleball. So it's a really good game. It's a family sport.
In just one game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to be playing against y'all.
Once in a while, bring it on, bring it on. Good play.
It won't be much of a game.
Don't worry about it. The whole point is that no matter what level you're at, you find your niche, and that's where you want to play with. But with the kids, if we start them young and get them involved, this way they can make their own games. Because handball is still big.
Right.
I mean, there's over 5,000 courts in the boroughs for handball. So it's the same wall. And it could be the same people. We're actually have people converting from handball to paddleball. So we start with the kids and we get them going.
And what's the response been like from the kids?
The what?
What's the response been like from the kids?
Well, they're intrigued. It's something new. It's something different. And just to get them moving, get them exercising. That's the thing. Instead of sitting there like this all day.
Right.
I mean, the response has been great, to your point, because like I was saying before, in our clinics we hold every Tuesday. We get from 25 to 40 kids, and they just love it. When it's time to go back, they just want to keep playing. So we see the enthusiasm there, which is good, know. So we're trying to,
keep the momentum going,
exactly.
keep them involved,
Right,
do it on a weekly thing. And in the summer, because we play ball all year long. We play indoors when it's winter time. We're still playing, so it doesn't shut down when the weather changes. It's great to be outdoors, but we have the clinics indoors, during the school year, and outdoors in the nice
I
weather.
definitely am not playing y'all. You play indoors, outdoors, season, all
join
season long. I can't mess with you. I'll come out for a lesson. How about that?
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And best wishes.
It was
Good
a
to have
pleasure
you. All right?
seeing you.
Definitely.
Thank you, Daren.
A
Thank
ball,
you.
a wall, and a racket. That's all you need.
That's all
all right?
you need.
Remember that. All right. Well, want to thank our guest right here. We want to thank all of our guests, because guess what? We've come to the end of our show today. So yes, thank you to our guests for joining us, and most of all, you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, yes, you can catch the Recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Optimum's Channel 67. Verizon Files, you can catch us on Channel 33, or watch us anytime on the web at BronxNet.org. I'm Daren Jaime. It's been a pleasure to come into your homes. Make sure to keep this channel wide open. Stay safe, everybody. Take care, and God bless.